welcome back to the podcast. It is Thursday, and dude, the AI news cycle is absolutely relentless this week. I am Taylor, and I am so pumped.
And I am Morgan. Relentless is the right word. We have got everything from text message AI agents to wild claims about AGI today.
Exactly. We are going to cover 4 massive stories today. It is going to be a great show.
All right, let's just dive right into the first one. What do you have for us, Taylor?
Okay, so I saw this on TechCrunch. There's this new startup called Poke, and they're making AI agents as easy to use as just sending a text message.
Wait, just a text? No app download or weird, complex setup? Because usually AI agents require you to connect a bunch of APIs and jump through hoops.
Right, no apps at all. You literally just text it what you want done. Poke handles all the background automation and tasks for everyday users without any technical know-how.
I mean, that sounds great on paper, but what does it actually do? Is it just setting reminders, or is it booking flights and buying things for you?
From what I saw, it is starting with everyday automations, like you text it to organize your schedule or pull data. It is bringing agents to the masses, dude.
The skeptic in me wonders about security. If a text-based bot has access to my accounts, I really want to know how they're protecting that data.
Oh, totally fair point. But you have to admit, stripping away the complicated interfaces is a massive step. It makes AI feel like just another contact in your phone.
I will give you that. The friction with AI agents right now is way too high. If they nail the execution, this could be the bridge to mainstream adoption.
Exactly. And imagine not having to teach your parents how to use a new app. You just tell them to text this number, and the AI handles the rest.
Okay, that is a compelling use case, but I will still wait to see if it actually works before I hand over my calendar. What is next on the list?
So, Stability AI is officially going commercial. According to The Decoder, they just launched something called Brand Studio. It is specifically for generating brand-consistent images.
Oh, interesting. So this is aimed at marketing teams. Because one of the biggest issues with AI image generators is that they hallucinate brand colors and logos all the time.
Exactly! That is the whole point. Brand Studio lets creative teams use custom-trained models so the AI visuals perfectly match their specific brand identity and style guidelines.
That actually makes a lot of business sense. If they include automated production workflows and precision editing tools, ad agencies are going to eat this up.
Dude, yes, they have all of that. It is not just prompting anymore, it is a full-on enterprise tool. Stability AI is really trying to lock down the commercial market.
I think they have to, right? With Midjourney and OpenAI dominating the consumer space, Stability needs a reliable revenue stream. Enterprise subscriptions are definitely the way to go.
Totally. And imagine being a designer and just having a custom model that already knows your exact brand fonts and color palettes. It is going to save so much time.
It will, but it also raises questions about junior design jobs. If a marketing manager can just spin up brand-approved assets in seconds, that shifts the whole industry dynamic.
Yeah, that is a little scary, but also kind of inevitable. The tools are just getting too good, you know? It is all about who can adapt the fastest now.
Very true. The commercialization phase of AI is just ruthless. Speaking of which, where is all this data coming from to train these models in the first place?
That is a perfect transition, actually. The Decoder reported on a Muckrack study analyzing 15 million AI citations from ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Guess where they get their info?
Let me guess. Reddit, Wikipedia? Or are you going to tell me it is actually legitimate news sources this time? Because they scrape everything.
Well, 1 in 4 quotes in AI chatbot responses actually traces back to journalism. 25% of their source references are from actual news outlets.
Wow, 1 in 4? That is way higher than I expected. But wait, Is it general news like the New York Times or more niche, specialized reporting?
That is the crazy part. Trade publications and specialist journalists actually benefit the most. General news outlets tend to rank way lower in the AI citations.
That makes sense, honestly. If you ask an AI a specific technical question, it needs deep, specialized reporting, not a broad daily news recap. But are these publishers getting paid?
That is the million-dollar question, right? Some are signing licensing deals, but a lot of this data was likely just scraped early on. It is a huge ongoing debate.
It really is. If AI companies are relying this heavily on journalism to sound authoritative, they need a sustainable way to compensate the people actually doing the hard reporting.
I agree 100%. It is like you cannot have a smart AI without the human journalists feeding it the facts. The ecosystem has to stay balanced.
Absolutely, especially as these models start acting more like search engines, the original sources need to survive. All right, what is our final mind-bending story for today?
Okay, buckle up for this one. I saw on TechCrunch that Databricks co-founder Matei Zaharia just won a massive computing award, and he dropped a total bombshell.
Uh-oh, whenever a tech founder drops a bombshell, it usually involves some wild prediction about the future. What did he say this time?
He literally said, quote, AGI is here already. He thinks artificial general intelligence is simply misunderstood and that we have basically achieved it right now.
Hold on, AGI is here? That is a massive claim. Most experts say we're years or even decades away from a machine that can do any intellectual task a human can.
Right, but his point is that AI can already pass the bar exam, write code, and do medical research. He argues our definition of AGI keeps moving every time AI gets better.
I mean, he is not wrong about the moving goalposts. The AI effect is a real psychological phenomenon. Once a computer does something, we just call it computation, not intelligence.
Exactly. Zaharia is working on AI for research now, and he says these systems are already doing general purpose reasoning. It kind of blew my mind to think about it that way.
It is a provocative thought, but I am still skeptical. Being able to predict the next word in a sentence really well is not the same as true autonomous understanding.
Maybe not, but dude, when a guy who just won the top honor from the Association for Computing Machinery says it, you kind of have to listen, right?
Fair point. Matei Zaharia is not just some random guy on the internet. He is a serious heavyweight. But I still think we are missing the autonomy piece of AGI.
Yeah, the ability to just go off and solve a problem without us holding its hand. But still, the fact that we are even debating this shows how far we have come.
We might not agree on AGI, but there is no denying that tech is crossing impossible thresholds. Anyway, that wraps up our deep dive.
So true. It feels like we are living in a sci-fi movie. We are out of time for this episode.
Yep, definitely a lot to chew on today. From text agents to AGI. Thanks for listening, everyone.
That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.